God, they're coming to get us. All aboard, folks. It's Morgoth the Barbarian here. We're at episode 18 of Euro Tycoon 2 Let's Play. We're also beginning to approach the final stop, just as a fair warning. Dun, dun, dun! But yeah, last time out, we got a glimpse of what happened as we replaced some of our trains. Sure enough, 3 years from now, we're going to be doing the same thing, and then one more wave in 2006 before we set up the Endgame. Which will also happen now, as I will try to give myself as much money as possible. Granted, our bank account in our, here is growing, but I can't say the same about this. Oh, that is a nice weighted return. So, I think we'll figure this out here. So, you know what buttons to hit? And I guess that, with that being said, we now have some decisions to make, because the game ends in 32 years. Believe me when I say this, that's going to come a lot quicker than you might think. So I guess the first order of business is, well, in 3 years' time, we got to do our second wave of train replacement. We did the first one last time out. I see a couple of locomotives we're going to need to replace. Basically, the ones we did a while ago, well, the GG1 was still purchasable, but that's going to change in a minute. So, I think, let's check out the dividend first and foremost. It's at $16 million a year, so that all goes to our bank account. We've got $117 million, so I'm not afraid to issue some stock here. And then that raised the price to a nice amount of $69. So we got the nicest stock in all of China. Good. So that helps us out a little bit here. We almost got $1 billion in our person, so that's awesome. Equity-wise, we're at 1.3, so we would be sitting at the very nice score of 6.9 billion. Okay. Cool. Anything in our income that's... Trust me, we made a lot of money. Yeah, see, look at our engine maintenance. This is what we did last episode. Look at that. Look at that. That was starting to get to us, and now we just reduced it just like that. So that pleases me to see. Fuel went up only a little bit, but the guy we have is Daniel Willard has been a kind of a low-key cheat code. So I like the sound of that. So we'll leave it as is for right now. So, yeah. So we'll just replace it in the next 3 years. We'll leave it as is, but we'll maybe try to increase it. In the meantime, before I get this party started, is there anything... we got a lot of stuff. See, we're getting a lot of stored stuff, but I'm struggling where to put it. We're at the point in the game now where good luck trying to put things down. It's going to get very messy. So why don't I try to get these cotton mills over here? That could help us out a little bit. Over in the Beijing adjunct. Let's see if maybe that helps. It's Tangshan Place. Okay. I've been struggling, too, with trying to get stations. The correct stations, too, to be honest. There's just so many on the map that it's very easy to look the wrong direction. Okay, so we got that. We could use one more. Maybe we'll do the same thing, only we'll take it to someplace else. Like I said, it's very difficult to see. That works. Okay. So let's just scroll around really quick. I know there's a lot of passengers over there, but so be it. Actually, I got a good idea. Hold up, is this hilly? This would be a good time for this, because of the distance. With the exception of a couple hills, I think we can get away with this. Okay. Looking at the 2%. I think, actually, we could. Because it would be filled. I'm not going to say no. There's enough at a hill there. Okay. Actually, let's, There we go. We'll do a dedicated passenger line from across Mongolia. That works. Keep those Mongols at bay so they don't invade us. There's nowhere to put the waste. I don't know why it's having us do it. So there's that. Of course. Game in its infinite wisdom here. A lot of cattle, a lot of coal. Ah, man. I wish there was somewhere we could send iron. Actually, what I'm going to do some... I wasn't planning on doing this, but we'll do it. Create kind of another shortcut there in case our trains want to use this. Alright, you can quit mooing at me. Bruh. Let's see. I want to use the one over here, so... Where's a steel mill we could send it off to that doesn't have a, Oh, this one right here outside of whatever that city's called. My goodness, I can't think of it. Oh, yep, that's gonna work. And then we'll send it to the Huinan plant. There's 2 of them. Excellent. And then same for Yan... Oh, Yantai doesn't need the People's Auto. They're sending enough out. Good. Flood the market with cheap cars. Let's see. Is there a cannery nearby, or... It is becoming much more difficult to see things, too. Not for nothing. Not entirely. Okay. Oh, there is. Oh, all right. As long as you demand food, I am willing to do this. Oh, where is it? There it is. Okay, so it takes care of that. So a ton of grain, 35 oil. That is insanity. There's not too much more I could do. Our plants are barely demanding this stuff as is. We need another one. That's kind of what this boils down to. It's still funny to me how 4 cities kind of merged into each other. We're at that point now. Almost 5 if we're being honest. Oh, man. Welcome to the late game, y'all. Also, this is very realistic, because this is what China actually looks like. I assume that's what it is. I'm a stupid American. What do I know? Alright. I don't know where to send this to. I'll send it over here. Okay, another one there. Let's see if there's anything else. There's 48 oil? What? What are we doing? Bruh. I don't even know anymore. Jeez. Alright, you know what? Since I don't really know anymore, we'll just start the simulator. As I mentioned earlier, it is now getting extremely difficult to keep track of everything. I guess the key will be to look for, like, chemicals or that. Okay, maybe not that, but you get the idea. Oh man, there's a lot of steel getting pumped out of that. That's just insanity. Landing and Mingxing and maybe Kumeng. Okay, I'm gonna send a couple of iron trains out here. I think that's what I'm gonna do. There's a steel mill in Guangzhou. Yanning and the weird Hong Kong junction that has a port. That's fine. So now we send this to... we could actually send this to somewhere a little bit closer. How about Henyang? And Kuming, Guiyang. We've already sent it to Hengyang, so how about Changsha? Works for me. And I guess one more to Hong Kong. How about that? There we go. Now we got all the trains we ever wanted out of there. That's very nice. Dash 9, welcome. We're gonna get to the fancier trains too. I can feel it. Oh man, we got totally excess supply over here. That's just ridiculous. Alright, we'll do another one. I've been trying to get as many out of here as possible, but it hasn't worked out as well the way I thought it would. There we go. Okay, they do demand auto, so I was just checking. We got 2 auto plants to feed over here, so that's kind of why I wanted to send it over. Do the same in Ningbo, too. They have to go to the steel plant over here, otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, there we go. Oh, I sent it to the wrong one. Whoopsies. I mean, technically I didn't, but yeah, I want it to go over there. And oh, uh-oh. I forgot which one I was going to send it to. Oh, right. Hang Zhao. My bad. There we go. Now that we got that out of the way with. Jeez. Alright, I see more produce over there, so maybe what I'll do is incorporate these two produce farms. What I'll do now... There we go. I was just going to say, if Taipei has a... Kaohsiung has a cannery, this would help too, but it doesn't. Boo. Alright. By the way, I don't think there's any other connections we can make in between. Maybe I'll do a quick traffic map. Alright, come on, give us 1994. Thank you. Alright. Excellent. Let's take a look at the traffic density map. I think there is one thing we can do right out of the gate. I'm not really too worried about that. We're at the point now where our trains can handle it, so I'm not terribly concerned. I'm going to duplicate this. Okay, maybe that alleviates that area. That hasn't really done anything to help this. This area is just really bad, but with just one connection, there's nothing I can do. I mean, this bridge isn't even getting used anymore. That was kind of the whole point. But the trains, they want to go to take the path of least resistance, so I don't know. 1998 AI, you can't help it. Pfft. Thwomp, thwomp. We already established there's not much we can do on this, so there's that. Let's see, the new trains have now been... I sincerely hope they're not doing that thing where they go here and then loop around. If they're doing that, that's really annoying. Let me see if I can do something about this, though. Well, I guess we can. All right. I mean, sure, I'll try it. Trying to get across this river over here is a pain in the you-know-what. With this being the main western line, there's not much I can do about it. Unless... That's kind of a stupid solution, but it's worth the shot. The mountain passes are where it gets really difficult. So nothing I can do over here. But at least the trains are using this, so there's that. There's not really another mountain pass I could use. I can make, can I? Well, how do I feel about 7 grades? You know what? I'm willing to give it a shot. Okay. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, God. Well, it was fine right up until I did that happened. So, yeah. Alright. Ah, that kind of worked. There we go. There's kind of a bypass to Guiyang. I don't know if that'll work, do anything or not. Create a second bridge just in between Zygong and Chongqing. See if maybe that'll work. That works, actually. Alright. The traffic to Jared's is bad. I'm hoping this line, the second bypass, kind of helps. The third one's not really being used, and neither is this one. So that's a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. Sure, of course they're using that one. Why wouldn't you? I don't think there's a clear-cut way to get from these two, so there's that. A lot of this traffic's going to the steel mill anyways, and further north. This line's just a mess. I can't do anything about it. We've already tried, and again, as I've mentioned in the past, 4 cities have now merged into one. I'm not going to just go cluelessly delete things. That's not how I roll. We do need to duplicate this line. That's not bad. Okay, we'll do it. Okay, so we duplicated that line successfully. Alright. Are these worth buying? No. Alright, no. The people do not want those. What about these? Ooh, yes! The people will demand that. And that. Okay, so that's really all I can do. Alright, moving along. Got one more year and then the real fun begins. Jeez! Look, I know China cities have grown like wildfire over the past years in our real-life timeline, but my goodness, art does not have to imitate real life here. Good grief. I'll make that a little bit easier here so the steel mills can get supported. Phase bullet. Oh, now we're getting bullet trains. And the Eurostar, but they are only good on flat land. So basically Europe. Otherwise, if we were to try them on hills, it would start turning into a disaster, to say the least. So we're not going to do that. Oh, no. Where did I see that? Oh, right, over here. Ooh, that's not where I wanted to go. Okay, we'll do a couple. Does everybody have a steel mill and a tool and die facility? Not really. Zygong does not. I could put a station over here to just grab these. I think I will. Nice little leaf supply station anyways. Just in case trains don't go to Chongqing right away. Oh, there is a train using that. Interesting. So now we'll send another one to Shigdu. And then we gotta send one to Chongqing. There we go. Anything over here? Yep, same thing. Send it to Sean King this time. Okay, where's Sean King? Oop, I'm looking in the wrong spot. La 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 la. And then, let's see. Okay, there we go. A little bit different. Alright. We've arrived at our destination here. 1995. Just to recap. Last time out, we replaced everything that was kind of 30 years of older. Now, as fate would have it, some of the GG ones we initially replaced some time ago have now hit the 30-year mark. Those aren't the only ones I'm concerned about. Let's see. I'm trying to think until what point I need to replace it up to. Because we're going to do this one final time in 2005, and then hope 6, and then hope for the best. So really it's anything up until 233 onwards. I'm going to take the risk and hope that those trains beyond 233 are okay. So now what's going to happen is I'm going to repeat the same exercise, only this time it's going to be mostly these trains that get replaced. So give me 1 minute, and this time I promise I'll unpause the scenario once we're done. Hang on. Pause. Did it this time. Haha! Once again, you see the giant $19 million hit, but it will be worth it. Totally, totally worth it. Also, speaking of which, maybe leave that option open in case trains want to go to Xeon a little bit faster. Okay. But there we go. We kind of fixed that problem. So I guess now we're just playing the waiting game. So I will crank this up to 5. Is there anything out there? This is how I can tell there's a new electric plant open, and there is not. Oh, my bad. The game's going to try its best to interrupt us, but it's not going to be very successful here. It's a shame there's no landfills. Not that I'm saying there should be, but for the waste. There's also no uranium mine or nuclear plant, too. If I'm not mistaken, we have yet to actually see that in one of these playthroughs. Where are they, in Eastern Russia or something? Why did they get to hog all the good stuff? Alright, so that's the before. I don't really see anything else that's viable. And it's very hard to be able to spend their money on stuff. Let alone keep track of everything out here. Another gravel pit. I'll take that. I think we're going to need to upgrade the track over here. There we go. There's a lot of cement plants popping up all over the place, too. Not for nothing. Yep. Oop. There's no cattle over here. Okay, there we go. Hypothetically, I could expand this to over here and then have it rejoin the line, but I'm not going to do that. No need. Actually, one thing I will do. There we go, just in case the trains need it. There's a quick way from Baitao to Beijing. Oh, that can't be good. That can't be good. Yeah, it could be. Just kidding. Alright. This juncture, I don't really see anything else. Right over here, sir. Oh, look at that. And then we've rebounded right to 42 million. Before, after. Nice. It's always a good way to get more money, you know? Alright, speaking of which. Where is it? Why not? Oh, whoa, that was quick. That was quick. It didn't even last 2 seconds before it finally said, screw it, you. Okay. We'll do it. No, wrong thing. There we go. Get some sugar. I think this might be Northern Vietnam, by the way. Not for nothing. That's funny how that gets part of Vietnam in here. Fellow commies! Alright, send another one over that way. There we go. Class 232. It's a diesel, so maybe not. But you get the idea. We can get some more sugar on it. Okay, okay, calm down. That's not funny. Gotta feed our port workers here. Okay. You know what? Just in case. And that line has become very popular now. Some of these bypasses I put in turned out to be good decisions. Then there's that. I saw that headline. Jeez. I see it, but I don't want to believe it. Then there's that. Alright, let's see. Anything else over here? Not really. A lot of cotton and grain over here. Alright, 828. Alright, let's see. We'll do one increase, but we're not going to make it too significant. And then... there we go. Raise the share price by a few bucks. No shame in that. If we want higher share prices, more money for us. That's how we roll. I know it's not very communist, demanding money, but we're money-loving communists. That's how we roll. Yes. Let's see, anything else? Ooh, a rare steam engine. That's unusual. All right. Well, I forgot some of these late game trains are kind of funny. It's kind of one of them. You know, I'm thinking about supply and demand, and I don't think I have anywhere. It's wild to think I have not been. Seriously? Seriously? You've got to be freaking kidding me. Okay, can you stay put this time? Last time you were here, I put a station next to you, and then you decided to vanish into the night. Jeez. Can we not do that? Thank you. And I wanted to go to this one. Oh, okay. We don't have the fertilizer plant that's right there, but oh, there's one over here. Where did I say I wanted to drop that off again? Oh, definitely not here. How about over here so we can grab this grain? And then why don't we've already sent a lot over there, so. Wuhan is a couple of them. Okay, that'll work. And then back to Wuhan. And Nanching. Okay. We do not have the fertilizer plant in Wuhan, Nanchang, unfortunately. Another case that the city got too big for our own good. We already own that one. Wow, our profits are almost as big as our revenue. That is insane. I don't think I've ever done that. Gusting cash, I don't own it. Well, that needs to be fixed. Basically, at this point, I'm just looking for anything I don't really have a toehold in and maybe try to supply it. That's probably our best bet from this point to the end of the game. Alright, so there's that. The Brenner! Ooh. Ooh. You know, this train would be nice, but 170K a year in maintenance, I mean, that's just... Man, we're here to make money, not show off. Ugh. I mean, believe me, I would. I'm tempted to do it. We'll be cheap and do the E411s. I don't see what we have to. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice looking train too, but that's just not very... But we're all about pitching pennies here. And that is not very pitching penny like. Let's say that's 5 times fast. Shanghai? Sure. Actually, we'll not chop it down to 4, because I'm going to have 2 trains come out of this. Oh, this will work. Managing. Yep. And I'm looking to see if they demand food over here. They do. That's a work group, really. Hey. Oh dear. Here we go. And then, is there an open cannery over here? Oh, Huinan. Excellent. Bring Shanghai back some canned goods, and we're all set. And that just looks horrible. Ugh. There's absolutely... Look at all the trains that are stopped. That's just insanity. In other news, welcome to two things. The 21st century and the $1 billion club. All right. We're a billionaire. Now we're talking. Welcome to the real start of this playthrough. Alright, whatever. Oh, see, I was hoping we could get a train track through here, but it's not going to work. Okay, never mind. Never mind, abort. Also, none of the trains are using this, much to my dismay. Leave it. It's not my fault. Alright, let's see. Anything else? Now we got a wool farm, sheep farm outside of Hefe. That's just wonderful. I think we can connect this. Again, I'm not really worried about heavy grades. Also, not really. No, we can't. Okay. Okay, we're back to making money there. Excellent. No more electrical plants have been issued. Okay. Well, it sucks. Two more cities have merged into each other. That's, wonderful. As I stated earlier, we've now entered a point where the cities have started merging with each other. This has really devolved, if I'm being honest, this has really devolved into chaos. Alright, we got a few more years till we really have to start worrying about this again. I've got 119 million. We could probably, if I can remember, issue more stock. 58. Yeah, if we can try to remember, I could try to get us some more stock, which in turn means more money in here, which in turn means more money for us. If it works out the way I hope it does. Will it? I have no idea. I guess we could... connect this to that. Okay. So no one on your land, but tar I'd like to take advantage of. I know we've already got a ton over there, but so be it. Oh, you don't have no good demand? Sort of do. You really do. Okay. Works for me. Cool. Anything else have a lot of stuff? Oh, wow. Okay, I got a weird idea. would send this to. Oh, Yun Chen. Okay. Let's see. Ulaanbaatar has a lot of these bad boys. I feel like I'm not sending anything over here. Never mind. Yep. There we go. We have an excess of chemicals. We do not. Oh, that's a shame. I don't think there's any use for that. I love how it's building it around the station. I know, that's very convenient. Can I increase this to a medium then? Ah, sweet, okay. Apparently the game realized, hey, you've got a new station over here, so allow me to put another resource thing around it. Sure. And then let's throw in some growing prosperity along the way. Alright. Okay, let's see. You need anything? Yes. Okay. There we go. 2 new trains. You really? No sand? What? Huh, that's very weird. I could have sworn I put up resupply stations over here, but maybe they're using it so fast. Oh. Maybe what I need to do, though, is connect both of these. Or do that. That works, too. Suppose that works just as well. Or maybe not. That certainly didn't work. Okay. That's not gonna work. Very lucrative and I don't own it. Well, that's shame on me. Oop. Okay, so we're good there. Guess we just had a lot going on. Got a couple of oil wells out here too, but so now I'm... Oh, we can. Sweet. Give me some liquid storage in a roundhouse now we have extra. Oh, good. We got both. Nice. We send them to Battao. That should work. There's only one place we can really send them to. We'll make that 2. I'm going to do a second one, only it's going to go to... you. Alright. There we go. Nothing like some Mongolian oil. Again, love how there's just putting random stuff in the most random spots on the whole freaking map. That's nuts. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit greedy over here. go. That pretty much makes this station obsolete, but only because... Well, this station one's coming from over here, though. That's the problem. Cattle, grain... Oh, wow. The Tau could use it. Actually, you know what? Why not? Okay, there we go. And we'll just do a straight one from Tianjin with just, cattle here. And I might as well dump it off in another city here. How about you? No, I don't want to change the start station. Go away. Okay, there we go. We're still overdoing... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Shigdu needs it, so there we go. There we go. Send it to Asian Key. Is there any way we can have this? Yes, okay. Well, not quite, but I'll take it. Alright, we're almost there. We got a whole host of wool farms. On top of all these sheep farms. Oh man, we're gonna have some competition. Truly gonna have some competition. We're about to have ourselves a wolf fight. Holy moly. Do these auto plants ever get good? I didn't really check. Oh, one did good, and the other's not. That's fine. Alright, now. Is there another fertilizer? How on earth do you get 3 auto plants over here? Bruh, what kind of cars are we making? Freaking Chinese Teslas or something? Good grief. Yeah, you moo at me. We'll see what happens, buddy. In fact, give me your milk, since you did that. Alright, and then we got some more milk. Remember at the beginning of the game we hardly had any? Fun times, right? And then those days are long gone. Long gone. Actually, we're gonna do something a little awkward. There we go. Just so we can bring some stuff back. We got one more year to clear, and then we're off to round 2. The third and final wave here. Speaking of waves, we should probably buy that. Whoa! Hold on a minute. I actually screwed up and hit a wrong button. There we go. That's what I meant to do, and then I just forgot. I hit a wrong button there. My bad. My bad. Alright. Let's see. There was another one down here. Okay, let's try this again. There you go. Everything's fine. Very lucrative, but I don't own it. Now, okay, now you have no excuse to disappear. Nice try. Oh, man, 250K for that steel mill. I knew it would be good, but I just didn't think it'd be that good. Oh, why not? We're always looking for new opportunities here. Well, we could if we really wanted to. I think I will. Yep, that didn't work out too well, but that's okay. Okay. We're almost there. Okay. Well, another train crashed. We're fine. Everything's fine. Lucrative, but I don't own it. Oh, that makes sense to me. Oh, that's so close to getting that. Sorry, Taiwan, but you can't be totally free here. Okay, so now we're pausing for 1 minute. So we are now at the point now. And I've been forgetting to issue stock here, even because I have the money on me. That's on me for, like, somewhat forgetting. So first things first, I'm going to issue some more stock here, get us some more money. Alright, so there we go. So, we've made it to 2006. So here's what I'm going to do. Basically, I'm going to end the episode, go off camera and replace the remaining trains that are left. And then when we reconvene, we're going to have a long, hard thought about how I want to do this. We have 20 years remaining. They're going to go by a lot quicker than you expect. So this very well could be, next episode could very well be the last stop. I'm not really seeing anything else meanwhile. Oh, yeah, there's that. I mean, if we're not owning Gushing Cash, and I don't know what we're doing here. There's probably a lot of stuff that I haven't really thought of buying here that I probably could have. Okay, mediocre, well. Some very lucrative stuff. Just checking around real quick, seeing if we missed anything. And the sense I'm getting is that I probably did not. No. I'll buy this anyways. I don't see why we can't. otherwise, I'm not really foreseeing too much more. Ooh, lucrative, but we don't own it. Okay, I'll take that. Oop. Okay, I don't really see anything else. Oh, this is just crowded AF. Alright, I think we're good as far as I could tell. I mean, my goodness, there's just so much. Could be here all day trying to find opportunities, so I think we'll leave it as is. Well, unless there's something over here that I don't foresee. Oh. Not entirely. Okay. Very lucrative, and I don't own it. Well, that's a problem now, isn't it? Okay, I don't think there's truly anything else, so... Oh, that's just wild. Let me see if I can upgrade this station real quick. No, you may not. Alright, that's fine. Alright, we don't really need it anyway, so... I think we'll just leave it as is, as I'm doing one final check, and we're good. Okay. Okay, so we bought a few things here. We're almost got $1 billion. Can we get this up to $1 billion by the time the scenario ends? I don't know. We'll see if we can here. But it's going to be very, 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 very close. I mean, we got 1.4 billion there. We got 1.5 billion there. So we're about 3 billion. Oh, we're at 9. Okay. Got 4 billion to earn. So we'll see if we can do it next episode. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to hit those usual buttons. And I will see you at the next stop and the final one. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to go upgrade some trains. Peace out, y'all.